Hey guys, I'm Zipporah and welcome back to my channel. I know I have not been around for months. I don't know, it's probably been maybe 9 months or so since we've been together. And listen, I have a lot of stuff to update you guys on. So much stuff has happened. It's been very eventful for 2025, far more eventful than I ever thought it would be. But I said, let me just jump on here really quickly because I posted something to Instagram today and I thought it was worth, I thought it was worth making a video of. So I wanted to talk really quickly about a beginner's guide, a quick and easy beginner's guide to starting your fitness journey when it comes to losing weight and also building muscle. And actually the video that I posted on Instagram today had really nothing to do with what I'm about to talk about because it was really just a snippet of my workshop that I taught at International PoleCon in May. But it seemed to have sparked some questions and comments from a lot of new followers on Instagram, which is so cool. But I wanted to answer it directly here because I think there's a lot of misconception when it comes to fitness. Honestly, it really is. And that's why I wanted to say that it's just really all you need are just 3 easy steps. It's super easy. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to fitness, it is layered. So, okay, for a beginner, it's easy. There's 3 easy steps I'm going to give you. Boom, you knock these out. You are well on your way. If you go into being intermediate or far more advanced, then there's a couple of more things you need to do, different ways you need to dial in. But if you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about that in the beginning. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we face as beginners. And I say we because there's times when I don't work out for quite some time, and when I am ready to jump back into that process, I feel like a beginner. But there are things that we think about when we are beginners, and it's the goal. The goal is so big. We want to lose 10 pounds. We want to lose 20 pounds. We want to gain muscle. We want to be super cut, all the things. But we forget that to reach that goal, it is a process. And that process is not a day. It's not 36 hours. It's not 14 days. It literally is a process. So for some of us, it could take 4 weeks. But for some other people, it could take 6 months, and sometimes that's me. It could take me 6 months to reach my goal, and that could just be 6 pounds. Because I really like to take my time, and I like to make sure that it's something that's achievable, attainable, and something that I can maintain. So I don't try to rush the process. So I thought I'd share with you guys 3 things that I think are super important for beginners when you're starting your fitness journey, and to help you kind of get on your way. So the first thing is, and this is super simple, so don't come for me in the comments, but the first thing is water. And I keep water with me. I love water. I usually buy, it depends, actually, let me not lie to you. I usually buy a case of 40-pack of water bottles, and I usually get them from the grocery store like Kroger. So I'll buy them from there. And if I feel like, okay, I'm kind of wasting money a little bit, I'll just fill up 4 of these, or just make sure that I drink this 4 times a day to make sure that I am getting in the water that I need for the day. So 4 of these is a gallon, and I make sure that I get that in. For beginners, if you really want to feel like you are making the biggest impact in the beginning when you are on your fitness journey, then cut out any beverage that you drink other than water. I know, listen, there are some coffee drinkers out there. There are tons of coffee drinkers. I am not. But truth be told, I had kind of hesitated on doing YouTube videos because I thought to myself, I feel like because I don't drink coffee, that people would say, well, what does she have to offer? I know that sounds super silly, but there's so many people who drink coffee and I don't, that I know it's like a movement. You guys are ganged up, like you gang. Like I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means to you, but I know without coffee, some people just can't live. And I get it because there's certain things that I love that I cannot live without also. But if you can, for beginners, Try to make sure that you're drinking water at least a gallon a day. If that's too much, go for 3/4, but nothing less than that, and get in your water. You can have coffee for sure, but try to cut out any additional beverage that you're drinking. Now, I know there's nuances to it, so there's probably some people out there who's saying, well, what about protein shakes? Or what about smoothies that you make in the morning? Okay, let's dissect this. So protein shakes. Ooh, there's a lot of information here to give you. So for protein shakes, I'm going to say that you can have a protein shake as a beginner, but once you hit intermediate, I would say start to reconsider the sources of protein that you intake. So again, we're going to make this simple. This is a no BS guide. This is 3 easy steps and we're still on number 1. So I don't want to make this too difficult. So with the first step, you're going to have water, you're going to have coffee if you drink it, and that's totally fine. And then you can have protein shakes because it is a liquid, and smoothies that you make yourself, you can have them as well. The reason why I'm being very specific about the smoothies that you make, the smoothies that you intake, because there are places that you go to for a smoothie that are almost only pure sugar. It's only syrup. There's nothing natural in the beverage besides the water that they put in. That's probably the only thing that's natural in it. Smoothies are a good option only if you really make it yourself. The other reason why I'm saying that is because it is very calorie dense. This is the easiest way to take and remove calories from your diet, is just by what you're drinking. And we can go into detail with that in another video, but I wanted to make sure that we have water as number 1 for one of the simplest things that you can do to start onto your fitness journey. The second thing is protein. So this is another really big one. You want to make sure that you're getting in the amount of protein that meets your goal weight. For example, if you're trying to reach a 150-pound goal weight, you want to eat 150 grams of protein. If you want to reach 120 pounds as your goal weight, then you want to eat 120 grams of protein. Another example is my brother. He called me this morning and he's like, yo sis, what's up? Like, I want to get fit and I want to start my fitness journey. So what do I do? And he's a really tall guy. He's slim, but he wants to bulk up a little bit. I'm so proud of him. I love him. Hey boo. So I'm really proud of him, but I told him, you know, if he's currently at 180, if he's trying to get 100 to reach 190, then he should eat about 190 grams of protein. And I use that as the difference between losing and gaining. So if you want to lose and you're trying to reach that goal, make sure that you're eating at that goal weight. And again, same thing. If you're trying to gain, you want to eat at that goal weight as well. So for my brother, for example, he's gonna have to eat in a surplus. So that's just something as an example to give you of how much protein to eat. Now, what does that look like? I need to take you guys probably and show you. Think of a tray of ground turkey that you would buy from the grocery store that is about 1 pound. And in that tray, it's about 80 grams of protein in that tray. For me, I'm about 138 to 142 pounds. That's kind of like my range. I want to eat about a tray and a half of that ground turkey in a day. And that's what I do. I'll eat that. So I buy trays and trays and trays of ground turkey because that's one of my favorite proteins to eat. But I like to make sure that I'm getting in my protein. So that's another easy way so that I don't have to weigh out my food. And that's another conversation that we can have about weighing your food. But this isn't a beginner guide, right? So we want to be very simple for the beginners because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves. We don't want to take on bigger tasks in the beginning because this is something that we haven't been doing, like trying to allot time in our schedule to work out, to eat right, to sleep right, all of those things. And this is all new. So we need to make sure that it's something that's super easy, super achievable, super attainable, something that we can just get up and go and do it. We can get up and easily grab our water. We can carry around a container of protein with us and snack on that throughout the day. Super easy, right? So you want to make sure that you get in your protein daily. every day, making sure that you're hitting your protein goals. You're going to feel so full. I was talking to my friend the other day and I was explaining to her the same thing. We've been friends for years and we always have these same conversations about protein when she's trying to tighten up and not necessarily lose weight, but she's trying to gain muscle. So we have the conversations, and just recently, although we've been friends for years, she said, that's a lot of protein for me to eat. It's almost like a light bulb went off in her head and she's like, oh my gosh, that's a lot. So I really have not been eating enough. So here's another example. In the morning, I'll make 8 boiled eggs. So I'll eat 1 whole boiled egg, depending on my goal. But most times I'll eat 1 whole boiled egg and I'll eat the rest egg whites of the boiled eggs. So that'll give me, let's see, 8, I'll do the math, 8 and 7, okay, 7 times 3 is 21. Okay, so 21. So that's about 28 grams of protein in that example of boiled eggs. So that's about 28 grams. That's a lot of egg whites to eat. That's just an example to give you a visual of what it looks like to eat enough protein to reach your goals. So when you're thinking about protein, just make sure that when you plan your meals for the week, because that's an easy way to make sure that you're hitting your goals, but when you're planning your meals for the week, make sure that you have all of the protein that you need to reach your goals every single day. You can portion out your meals every day and put them in containers and put them in the fridge, and then that way it's just a grab and go. Or if you have a large family and maybe you don't necessarily have the time, because again, we are beginners, we are not intermediate, we are not advanced, we're trying to keep this as simple as possible. If you need to just make several pots, I will make salmon and scallops and ground turkey and chicken. I'll make all of that and put it in containers and put it in the fridge. I don't have a large family, but there are times where I just don't want to eat the same thing every single day. So I just try to make sure that I have enough options and enough variety in my refrigerator, just so I don't veer off the path and go to Five Guys or Chick-fil-A, which are my favorite places to go, and I go there often, and I'll tell you that it fits into my program during the week and I'm able to eat these things, but that's intermediate. We'll get there, but for now we're keeping it simple. So we're talking water, protein. Number 3, movement. Okay, so we have to make sure that we are moving. This is for beginners. This is super simple, and because I train on kind of different modalities, so I do pole fitness. If you can see right there, that's where the pole room is. So I train on the pole. I train via flexibility and kind of like a yoga style flexibility kind of flow that is kind of unique to me because I like to do what works for my body. And then also I'll dance, so things off the pole as well, and also the gym. So this is one of the comments that was mentioned on Instagram today, and I said, okay, I really want to address this. So she said, I was wondering where you got those muscles from. She said, but she went on another video when she saw I was in the gym, and she said, oh, okay, now I understand that's where you got your muscles from. I thought that was a great comment, and I want to make sure that I truly do it justice in responding to that comment. I've only started going to the gym more recently, probably within the last 5 years or so. The pole has actually helped me to gain my upper body. I don't do anything else for my upper body except for the pole, period. I don't do it in a gym because I just don't want to get bigger. Because the pole has gotten me to where I am today, I just feel like if I do anything in the gym, I'm gonna be brolic. Like I'm gonna be kind of big, and I don't necessarily want to be that big. Also, what happens is when I go to the gym, I find that it works against what I need to do on the pole. And basically there I am, if I do any biceps or triceps or anything like that consistently in the gym, it makes my arms, my shoulders, my back, my lats, it makes everything really tight. And I'm not able to do and be as limber and as free as I am on the pole. So I just try to keep my upper body kind of confined to one modality. The other thing is that I do only do lower body in the gym, but I don't go to the gym that often. I haven't been to the gym in months, actually. I haven't been in months. but I've actually been training lower body at home. So the comment actually was a really good one, but you don't necessarily have to go to the gym to gain strength, upper body or lower body. You do not have to do that. You can do everything at home. Now, within reason, if you want to join and become the best bodybuilder, the best bikini competitor or wellness competitor, yes, you probably do need to go to the gym, because that's a different focus on different sets of muscle groups, and there's progressive overload that you need to focus on. But if, again, we are more novice, we're more beginner, even if we're more intermediate, we can definitely do these things at home. If you just want to cut up a little bit, if you just want to feel it, get, maintain some abs, you want to grow your glutes, you can definitely do these things at home. Another comment that I saw that I thought was pretty interesting was that I think she said something like, it actually was two of them. One person said, you can't do pole if you're big. And that's not true either. Pole has no size limitation. You don't have to start out at 150 pounds to start your pole fitness journey at all. No, you can be any size. As long as you're willing to learn, as long as you're willing to challenge your body, you can do pole. So, period. That's it. Someone else had mentioned those people can't do pole and the expectations of them was kind of a little too much. I just wanted to make sure that I addressed that as well, because I thought that was also interesting. Think of it this way. If you go to the gym, you're not expected to lift 210 pounds your first day, your second month in. You're not lifting 210 pounds. But someone can show you how to lift 210 pounds, and they can show you also how to progress to reach that goal. And basically with pole, it's the same thing. And what I like to teach in my movement classes, in my workshops, in my one-on-ones, I like to make sure that I'm showing everyone and giving everyone the tools to use their body and learn how to build strength on the pole or off the pole. So number 3 is movement. Let me get back and reel it in and get back to the point. For beginners, movement. So whether it's pole or it's flexibility, yoga, Pilates, anything, make sure that you're moving, and make sure that you're moving daily. Every single day you should be moving. Another thing that's super important in that movement to make sure that you're incorporating is walking. Walking is so important. I mean, of course, you can go on anyone's YouTube, you can go on anyone's Instagram who talks a lot about fitness, but walking is so super important. You can walk on a stair stepper, you can walk on a treadmill, you can walk on a walking pad, you can walk outside, you can hike, whatever it is. Walking is going to be your best friend. Lifting weights, yes. Lifting your body on a pole, yes. That's all great things to do. But when you don't feel like moving, the best thing that you can do for your body is just walk. You don't have to challenge your body. You may not be in the mood. You may be having a heavy, hectic, stressful day. You may be having a hormonal week. You may have had a bad couple of months like myself. And the only thing you can really pull yourself up to do is walk. Just walk. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how I was able to lose 6 pounds after such a stressful first part of the year. And 6 pounds may not sound like a lot, but for me it was, because when your body is holding on to so much cortisol, it wants to fight everything in every way it can not to let go of that weight. So I'll talk to you guys about that in a different video. But I wanted to make sure that I gave you guys the 3 things, the 3 simplest things that you can do as a beginner to start on your fitness journey and to start building strength. It is to make sure that you're getting in your water, making sure that you're eating your protein and eating enough protein to keep yourself satiated and to help with your muscle building, and then also making sure that you're moving. Any chance that you can get, make sure that you're moving. I have a watch. I am always clocking my steps. So daily now I'm getting about 15,000 to 17,000 steps a day. So that's about maybe about 2 to 3 hours of walking in a day. So that's about an hour in the morning, about an hour, 30 minutes, just thereabouts throughout the rest of the day. but I'm making sure that I'm getting my steps in. So if you have a step counter on your watch, you definitely have a step counter on your phone, use it. Utilize the tools around you. Utilize accountability partners. Have your girlfriend, your guy friend, have them check in on you, making sure that you're getting your steps in. Whatever it is, just make sure that you are moving. So that is 3 easy steps to get you on your way. All you have to do, get your water in, get your protein in, and move. There's a lot more to it when you want to be more advanced, when you are ready to be a little more dialed in with your diet and your movement. But for beginners, that is all you need. Okay guys, so I think that is it for now. Those are the 3 easy, simple steps that you have that you can use when you are starting on your fitness journey and you're learning how to build strength. This is for beginners. That's all you need. So go and get your water. Guys, make sure that protein is in your meal sometime before you head to bed tonight, and make sure that you do at least 20 minutes of walking before you lay it down tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Zipporah, and I hope you subscribe because we have tons more videos to come. I have so much, guys, I have so much to talk to you about. There's been so much happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Let me know if you're a beginner onto your fitness journey. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's build our community because I am so excited to get back here to talk to you guys, and let's talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.